Hana stands there trembling, reading, while the spirits stare at her from the side. Zen is on the other side of the room. Tears fill her eyes, and she tries to hide them. Zen starts to move closer, maybe noticing her tears. As he gets near, Hana's stomach growls, drawing attention to her. Miko uses the moment to take Hana out of class, getting them away from Zen and the spirits. They head to the infirmary, and Yuria sees them walking. Later, Yuria arrives at the infirmary, telling the nurse she wants to see her friends. When she finds them, Yuria says she saw them in the hallway. Hana explains her hunger pangs, and Yuria pulls out some sweets, which Hana devours quickly. After chatting, Miko figures out that Yuria can't see the larger spirits. She also realizes these spirits are draining Hana's energy, making her constantly hungry. Yuria mentions that being near Zen and his spirits could drain Hana's life aura. Miko reacts quickly, and Yuria realizes Hana doesn't know what's going on. Yuria tries to cover it up by saying it just burns calories, but Miko understands the spirits are draining Hana's life force. Yuria then leaves, feeling like Miko might be angry with her. Miko and Hana go to the park, where Hana snacks while Miko thinks. Miko notices everyone has a spirit with them except Hana, possibly because her high life aura keeps them away. Hana notices Miko is down and shows concern, but Miko pretends to be fine to keep her from worrying. As kids pass by, Hana waves at one holding a balloon. However, the kid is actually a spirit in disguise. The balloon pops and the spirit flies toward Miko. The two little shrine spirits appear and destroy it, but one is lost in the process. The other puts up 2 fingers before disappearing. Miko realizes this was the second time they saved her, meaning they can only save her once more. Meanwhile, Zen remembers his childhood. He once got a 98% on his grades and asked his mom if he could go play. She refused, guilt-tripping him by saying he'd betray her just like his father did. She gripped his head hard as she said it. Zen went outside but destroyed his friend's birthday gift. Seeing a cat, he looked at it with lifeless eyes. Back in the present, Zen's students snap him out of his thoughts, and he asks the next person to read. Hana snacks in class while Miko watches. After school, Hana invites Miko to her favorite donut shop, but Miko declines because she has other plans. She follows Zen but avoids looking directly at him due to the jealous spirit with him. She knows that if she reacts, the spirit will come after her, and the shrine spirits will have to save her one last time. Zen takes a suspicious route, entering a dark alley where Miko sees him with a cat. She almost calls the police but hesitates. Zen picks up the cat and Miko screams for him to stop. He recognizes her as the girl who stopped him from getting a cat earlier. The cat runs to Miko and Zen starts questioning her. Miko tries to flee, but he corners her, asking why she's doing this to him. All the while, the jealous spirit lingers and the cat runs into the street. Something shocking happens next. Zen jumps in front of a moving vehicle to save the cat, and Miko is shocked. It seems like they're turning Zen into a good guy. As the story unfolds, we learn he wasn't bad after all. Flashbacks show that when Zen was a kid, he took in the cat that passed by him and cared for it. However, his mother, who had a controlling and abusive personality, found out and killed the cat, accusing him of hiding things from her again. Back in the present, Zen wakes up in a hospital bed and asks Miko about the cat. Miko assures him the cat is safe and is being cared for by her family. Curious, Miko asks Zen what's going on. He explains that he's only trying to help cats, but most of the ones he sees are spirits of dead cats, which explains why there are always ghostly cats around him. Zen's friend Satoru arrives and reveals that he runs an animal hospital. Whenever Zen finds a cat he can't keep, Satoru takes it in. He also tells Miko that the woman who once brought Zen stewed meat was responsible for killing animals in the area, which explains the strange reactions from crows. Satoru takes Miko to the roof and shares more about Zen's past. Zen had a strict mother who never let anyone get close to him. Miko realizes that the jealous spirit following Zen is actually the spirit of his mother. Even in death, she won't leave him alone. Satoru recalls how Zen's mother killed his cat when he was little, and though Zen pretended it was an accident, he knew the truth. Miko, determined to help Zen, returns to his room and suggests that once he recovers, he should adopt a cat. But Zen believes it's safer for Satoru to take care of them, as the spirit of his mother would interfere. The spirit keeps yelling at Miko to not look at Zen, but Miko confronts it, telling the spirit it's done enough and should let Zen go. The spirit screeches, realizing Miko is addressing it. As the spirit tries to attack, Miko steps back, knowing she has backup. The white shrine spirits appear and destroy the jealous spirit for good. Miko reflects that this was their third and final rescue. Zen, unaware of what just happened, comments that Miko is acting strange. Hana bursts into the room, scolding Zen for making Miko cry, while Yuria reminds her to keep quiet in the hospital. With the jealous spirit gone, the cat spirits around Zen begin to disappear. The group leaves the hospital, and Hana, seeing a cloud, jokes that it looks tasty. Yuria apologizes for her behavior in the infirmary, realizing Miko has been protecting Hana from the truth. Hana lightens the mood by suggesting they all go to Butt Buns, inspired by the cloud. A week later, Zen visits Miko's houses to adopt the cat. Miko's brother Kiyosuke protests, but their mother holds him back. Miko hands the cat to Zen, telling him to take good care of it, and he promises to do so. Later, Miko and Hana discuss Zen's adoption of the cat over drinks at a restaurant. Miko explains that Zen can't keep the cat in his apartment due to a no-pets rule, so Satoru will take care of it. Hana is surprised that Zen has friends, joking that he seems a bit out of touch. Meanwhile, Zen reflects on Miko's words at the hospital, urging him to set himself free. He realizes that it might mean he should be more open and honest. When the woman who used to bring him stewed meat shows up again, Zen tells her directly that he doesn't like eating food made by others and thanks her before closing the door. Hana and Miko go to watch a movie, leaving Yuria behind because she hasn't seen the first part yet. Yuria watches her own show at home, wondering if the others have already gone to the sequel. Elsewhere, Hana's grandmother receives a mysterious letter with no return address. Inside is a photo from the day Hana and Miko visited the shrine. She exclaims that even though the faces in the photo are covered, she can tell it's them. By the way, this woman lives in luxury. Meanwhile, in a dark alley, a man frightens some cats, saying he only needs their eyes and plans to pluck them out. Suddenly, Zen appears, placing a hand on the man's shoulder before tasering him. Later, the police put up a missing person poster for the man, hoping he'll be found, as they continue their patrol peacefully. In class, Hana excitedly shows a picture of her favorite stuffed bunnies, announcing there's a new edition. Miko and I, with our sharp eyes, can't tell the difference between the old and new versions. Zen enters briefly to inform the class that their regular teacher just gave birth, and everyone is thrilled. While walking down the hallway with Hana, Miko hears the familiar jingle of the bell that rings when the White Shrine spirits rescue her. Realizing she hasn't thanked them for saving her, she decides to visit them. However, getting there is a challenge, as the climb is like the long staircase from Kung Fu Panda's Jade Palace. When she reaches the shrine, she finds it creepy and wonders why it didn't seem that way during her first visit. Approaching the altar, two of the small white spirits appear, followed by the larger one. Miko's first few offerings are rejected, and the bigger spirit suddenly transforms into something more monstrous. It moves toward her, and though it's unclear what happens next, Miko wakes up, thinking it was all a dream. But it didn't feel like a dream at all. Her little brother is standing over her, telling her she was sleepwalking again. Miko gets ready for school, finding it easier to ignore the spirits now. You might remember from the first episode when Hana hugged her from behind, pressing into her. This time, just after the hug, Yuria greets them, and they all walk together, chatting about Hana's enormous appetite.